What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with 5 days out physique update of Behrouz Tabani. So keep in mind this is completely raw. No pump, no editing, no gym lighting. Fasted in the morning. And yet I have to say Behrouz looks absolutely mind-blowing right now. Now before we talk about Behrouz, I have to say this. If Samson Dauda gets in that kind of condition, he would most probably win the Olympia title and this year. And that's the thing guys. Both these guys were being coached by Milos Sarcev when they battled it out at Romania Pro last year, where Behrouz Tabani was in a much better condition than Samson Dauda. And that just goes to show us one thing. The genetics play a huge role in the final look of any athlete. And some guys can never get peeled to the bone, no matter what they do, no matter for how long they diet, no matter how hard they push in the gym. That is just how their genetics are. And that is exactly what the Blade Dexter Jackson also said, that we do not know whether Samson can get into that kind of conditioning. But that's the thing, Samson doesn't need to get into that kind of condition, the condition that the likes of Hadi Choopan has. He just needs to close that conditioning gap a bit more, and he would win the Olympia. So coming back to Behrooz, he is such an awesome bodybuilder. And I have to say other bodybuilders cannot even imagine how strong some of these guys mentally are, especially from the Middle East. They prep for the shows and they aren't even sure whether they will be allowed to compete due to travel issues. And yet they stay so regimented. So Behrouz's V-taper is looking better than ever right now. That hamstring drop in the side shot is gonna be a showstopper. So back in 2021, when Behrouz first came onto the scene, even Milos used to say that he needs bigger legs. But this look right here is looking very much balanced. His legs have came up big time. So I want to point out a particular comment under this post of Behrouz Tabani and Michal Krizo's response on it. So this battle between Michal Krizo and Behrouz Tabani, this is probably gonna be one of the best battles. Because Krizo is a top Olympian, but many experts out there believe that Behrooz could have also placed top 10 in the last 2 years at the Olympia level. Because he was qualified for both the Olympia 2022 as well for the Olympia last year. But unfortunately because of his visa problems, he was unable to travel to the US. But the fact of the matter is we can make as much comparisons as we want to between Michal Krizo, Behrouz Tabani, or anyone else out there for that matter. But in reality the story can be altogether different when these guys are under the same lights, under the same roof. But the good thing is we are gonna get to see that in less than 5 days now. So Michal Krizo looks extremely confident right now going into this show. And why wouldn't he? He is the defending Emperor Classic champion, and he is the 7th best bodybuilder in the world right now. He is obviously gonna be the biggest guy on that stage. So a picture of him was floating around on Instagram. Credits to AJ Kelly. So this was taken 3 weeks out of the show. And if he looked that good with 21 more days to go, I think we can all agree he is gonna be in a super condition. So all the people doubting Krizo here, just look at his last 2 showings, the Olympia as well as Prague. I don't think anyone out there had any complaints, specifically about his conditioning, because he was absolutely peeled out of his mind at both these shows, and his look at Prague, that was actually a lot more fuller and harder as well. So where does William Bonac fit in this picture in that equation? If William Bonac comes even close to his prime, he is gonna win this show hands down. But the thing is, his last 2 shows, they haven't been that impressive, the Olympia as well as the Arnold. Plus we have to keep in mind, he is fighting guys who are 10 years younger than him, who are hungrier than him. So it will be interesting to see how William Bonac, who is a short bodybuilder, compares with the likes of Krizo and Behrooz. So William Bonac has done pretty well in the past against some very tall competition. I believe his last impressive show, that was Boston Pro 2022, where he was able to beat Steve Koglo as well as Samson Dauda, plus Justin Rodriguez as well. But then again, I have to say the times have totally changed. The young guys have evolved so damn fast in the last couple of years. I mean, just look at Samson Dauda back at Boston Pro 2022 versus his look at the Arnold 2024. That is unbelievable transformation. So Bonac is gonna be turning 42 this year. So it's safe to say that the odds are against him. So give me your final predictions in the comment section. Up next is the physique update of the prophecy Nathan De Asha, less than 2 weeks out of Italy. So he is looking totally flat right now in this update. But Nathan is planning to come in hard and granite, just like the way he did for Flex Pro Italy last year. And he was able to make Regan Grimes look all soft and watery on the stage. Plus, Regan was also not at his 100%. He was also not truly shredded for that show. But him standing next to Nathan, who was 100% on, that exposed him in many areas. So I like the idea that those two losses at the end of last year in that post-Olympia tour, that did not shake Nathan's confidence in himself whatsoever. He is very confident that he is going to be able to beat both Behrouz Tabani as well as Rubil Mosquera this year. And he knows that Behrooz is going to be his biggest competition here in Italy. But he is ready for war. Plus, we all really want to see how that offseason helps Nathan this year. He was at his career's heaviest at the peak of his offseason, and he looked pretty damn lean for a guy who was weighing 300 pounds. And keep in mind, Nathan never pushes this heavy. Plus, he never stays this lean in the offseason.
Nothing really. Done the first ever off-season in my life. Never been given an off-season, never done one. Couldn't really bother. This time I done one, took it more serious, and this is what happened.
So we have been witnessing some great improvements in his hamstrings, which has always been his biggest weakness. So things are about to really pick up the pace in the men's open bodybuilding from this month. We have at least 2 shows planned in every month, from here all the way till the Olympia this year. And some of the months are going to feature up to 4 shows. So let's just hope that Nathan does Prodigal Pro as well, which is lined up between Italy and Dubai Pro. Shier has that kind of physique that I think we should all look forward to, as he is going to be making his return to the stage next year. So he hasn't been posting any physique updates, and he is 100% focused on utilizing this entire year to get bigger, to get better, to put on muscles in all the right areas, specifically his back. So Justin was really unable to do that well at his first ever Mr. Olympia last year. So the expectations that he set for himself, they were top 10, which was kinda unrealistic, because a lot of work needed to be done in his back, but he did not expect to place outside of the top 15. So from the front as well as from the side, that is a superb physique, firm quads, very small waist, that deep vacuum, crazy big arms. So from the front, that guy has everything to be a top level Olympian. Plus the fact that he looked a lot better at Chicago Pro, which was his pro debut compared to the Olympia. That was one of the reasons why he was unable to place at the Olympia last year. Now that being said, a fully raw, completely away from comparative bodybuilding, just to bring up his weak body parts, specifically focused on his back. That is a very good strategy. So Justin has made some exceptional progress in the last few years, especially from the front. He is a totally different person from the point he turned pro to his last show, which was the Olympia. So let's just hope his back isn't one of those body parts that is very stubborn to bring up. So we're looking forward to his comeback and watching him back on the stage next year. So guys, I have to say, enjoy those regular check-ins from the winning 212 champion, Keone Pearson, because as we get close to the competition, as we get close to the Olympia this year, he is gonna be all covered up, all the way till the Olympia this year. So right now at 17 weeks out, the guy is looking absolutely crazy good. So I really wish they would have invited Keone Pearson for the Pittsburgh Pro guest posing this year, because that could have been so much fun, watching him stand next to the men's open guys, especially to see his front double bicep, standing next to the reigning Mr. Olympia Derek Lunsford. That definitely would have been a sight to see, because these two undoubtedly has the best front double biceps in the entire bodybuilding sport right now. So the proportions on Keone have already started to look crazy, and most of us believe that no one in the 212 is going to be able to beat Keone Pearson, especially if he brings his A game, especially if he is at his best. And I think it is safe to say, with all the added improvements from this offseason, he is probably going to be at his all-time best. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you want to come back for more. Thanks for watching.